Welcome to our Degrees of Latitude Healthcare Professional Training Program. The Latitude NXT website offers you flexibility and control over how you receive, review, and manage Boston Scientific device and patient data. In this training module, you will learn how to set remote follow-up schedules for individual patients and patient groups in Latitude NXT. Let's start by exploring how to set remote follow-up schedules for individual patients. Click on the All Patients link to access your entire patient list. Find the individual patient whose schedule you want to change. You can update the next scheduled follow-up date anytime by selecting the patient's next remote follow-up hyperlink. Alternately, you can select the patient. From the patient summary page, simply click on Edit View Schedule and Alert Configuration to customize the date or complete the scheduling process. Latitude NXT allows you to change the date of the next scheduled remote follow-up as well as how future follow-ups are scheduled. To change the next scheduled remote follow-up date, click on the Next Scheduled Remote Follow-up Date hyperlink. You can also change future scheduling by adjusting the default frequency of remote scheduled follow-ups. To determine if the default frequency of future remote scheduled follow-ups is what you want for this patient, scroll to the Remote Scheduled Follow-up section. Here you can see the default frequency by reviewing the end of the Use Patient Group Defaults section. If you want to change the frequency for this specific patient, deselect the Use Patient Groups Defaults checkbox. Now, the available options you can select are the frequency for the follow-ups as well as the day of the week on which the follow-up should occur. You can set each by selecting from the values in the drop-down menus. Manual scheduling is another option available to you. We will cover manual scheduling in a moment. It's important to note that you can change the remote scheduled follow-up frequency and day of the week configuration at the patient level without changing the next remote scheduled follow-up date. While you're customizing the patient's schedule, you can also take time to set the configuration for individual patient-initiated interrogations, or PIIs. If you prefer to be in control of when this specific patient utilizes the patient-initiated interrogation feature, simply deselect the Use Patient Groups Defaults checkbox and update the Enable Patient-Initiated Interrogation. The communicator will register that change the next time it connects to the Latitude NXT server. Note, if PIIs are disabled or the weekly limit is reached, you can allow one PII by clicking the Allow One Patient-Initiated Interrogation button. To complete the process, click Save and Close. Let's move on and explore setting remote follow-up schedules for patient groups. From the View Patient list, hover over Manage Clinic and click on Manage Clinic Settings. From the Manage Clinic Settings page, click the Edit View Schedule and Alert Defaults button next to the patient group whose schedule you want to change. Before we proceed, it's important to note a couple of key differences between automatic and manual scheduling. For automatic scheduling, the next follow-up is automatically scheduled by using the information you set, the configured interval or frequency, and the day of the week. For manual scheduling, you pick a new follow-up date each time the previous one has been completed. As a reminder, for patients following manual scheduling, if they do not have a next scheduled remote follow-up date set, they will be listed under the Not Scheduled Patient List filter. For this example, let's assume you want to proceed with automatic scheduling. At this time, you will select the frequency for the follow-up intervals as well as the day of the week on which you want the follow-ups to occur. Once you're satisfied with your scheduling selections, click Save and Close to complete the process. Congratulations! You successfully completed the Degrees of Latitude module on scheduling in Latitude NXT. If you still have questions about scheduling after viewing this segment, please refer to the other tools available to you on our website or call our Latitude customer support team at 1-800-227-3422. If you have questions about patient groups, please refer to the Managing Patient Groups vignette on our YouTube channel for more information. Continue checking our YouTube channel at latitudенxt.com/YouTube for additional Degrees of Latitude training modules.